Hey guys, how's it going? Crimson Red here, bringing you my top 5 games of 2013. Now, just like all my top 5 lists, this is just completely based on my own opinion. You could obviously agree or disagree, and I'm sure you'll let me know if you agree or disagree based on last couple episodes I put out. Now, 2013, what can I say? It's been a decent year, shall we say, for video games. I mean, we've definitely had some ups and some lows, and looking at you aliens, colonial marines. But let's take a look back at my top 5 games of 2013. Number 5, State of Decay. In 2013, the zombie genre had just saturated the market. It had become something of a cliche. Your games not only had to have single-player, multiplayer, but they have had some form of zombies, whether it be infection, clam heads, whatever you want. It was some sort of zombie just kind of thrown into the mix. So when State of Decay came out, I kind of ignored it, which was a damn shame because State of Decay is awesome. Unlike other games where the zombies are your main focus, State of Decay just kind of happens to be the zombie apocalypse, and your goal is very simple. Get as many survivors as you can, build up a strong base, survive, and level up. Unlike a lot of games on this list, there's no main character. Any of your characters can die at any time just by you basically screwing up. Couple that with their own personalities, set of stats, and ever-growing and changing open-world gameplay, State of Decay is easily one of the most underrated games of 2013 and definitely on my top 5 list. Number 4, Fire Emblem Awakening. When I got my 3DS in 2013, there was 2 games I wanted. One, Mario Kart, because you gotta have a Mario Kart, and 2 was Fire Emblem Awakening. This was not that strange for me. I am a huge JRPG fan, which is ironic because I don't really care for anime or manga. But as soon as I saw Fire Emblem Awakening in motion, I knew that had all changed. The game is simply gorgeous. Take it or leave it about their feet, but the actual graphics and gameplay and overall design is flawless. It is perfect for a 3DS game. Couple that with some amazing strategy, permadeath, which I am always a big fan of, and just fantastic characters. You easily have not only one of the best RPGs on the 3DS, period, but another one of my top 5 games of the year. Number 3, Outlast. The horror genre in 2013 had become something of an afterthought. Most AAA publishers kind of ignored it. They either couple it with action or simply call the game scary with absolutely no intentions on making it scary. So the horror genre has gone mostly to the indie developers. And one of my favorites was Outlast this year. It was so pop and so fresh that it actually burst through the indie and hit the mainstream. Outlast is just an experience you have to have on your own. I remember playing it non-stop for a week at 1 a.m. You put your headphones on, you turn off the lights, and you just experience the game. You combine that with an original take on the horror genre by using camera mechanics, and you throw out everything that makes a player feel safe. You are not a superhero. You are not a mercenary. You're not a cop. You're not trained. You are just a journalist heading into the asylum to investigate on a hot tip. What do you have to defend yourself? Nothing. You got batteries, a camera, and your wits. And from there, the game just takes off. Outlast is simply memorable for both visual design, execution, pacing, and some of the most intense moments I've had in a video game ever. Outlast is an amazing experience that is not to be missed in 2013. If you like horror, and I'm talking true horror games, Outlast is the game for you. Pick it up, it's worth it, it's cheap, do it. Number 2, Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock for the Xbox 360 is one of my favorite games of all time. Bioshock 2, it was a little bit of a letdown, but I was such a fanboy of the first one, it easily kept up. Now, Bioshock Infinite was a whole new reaching out We went away from Rapture and we went to the Sky City of Columbia. You throw in a new character who is just simply one of the best AI since Alex in Half-Life 2, and you got yourself a solid game. Right from the start, the visual experience that Bioshock presents is nothing short of breathtaking. Half the time I didn't even want to play the game, I just wanted to go around and explore what they had built. You have never seen a world like Columbia in a game before, and that is something to behold. And just when you get over the visual style, you remember that Bioshock packs a huge punch in storytelling, especially the heartfelt conclusion. You're definitely going to be playing this game 2 times just to remember everything that's going on and try all the different plasmids. Simply put, Infinite and all its parts are nothing short of brilliant. That is not to be missed. Number 1, The Last of Us. The Last of Us is a landmark gaming experience. It is the type of game that sets a tone for future games to come. Mario, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, these are just some of the games that Last of Us is now part of. It is on the top echelon of amazing experiences in video gaming. I cannot stress this enough, it is remarkable. The story alone is something that you could read in a prose novel. It may be the story of a generation. All the characters just are not good people, but they aren't bad either. It's that level of gray that makes The Last of Us a step above the mundane in combat. It has some of the best voice acting and animations in the face that you will ever see in a video game, and you combine that with a heartfelt, subtle connection that Joel and Ellie experience throughout the 16 hours of amazingness. I cannot stress enough, Naughty Dog nailed it with this. The Last of Us is a perfect swan song for the PS3 and what Naughty Dog has done for the consoles. It's an impactful story, stunning visuals, deep characters, with gameplay that is timeless. I know there's a binary system of good, bad, good for the fans, bad for the fans. People like shooters, people who like Mario, people who like platformers. That does not apply to The Last of Us. The Last of Us is a system-defining experience. If you have a PlayStation 3, you have to play this game. It's a swan song that needs to be heard to understand its beauty. The Last of Us is easily my favorite game, not only of 2013, but of all time. It's an experience you have to play to truly understand. Watching videos is not enough. It transcends, it pushes the medium to a new level. All I have to say is, thank you, The Last of Us. Thank you. And with that, that brings 2013 to a close. So let me know what you guys think. You like my list? You hate my list? Do you think The Last of Us sucks? Am I officially a fanboy? I want to thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button. Continue to subscribe. You guys make this what it is. And I'll see you on the next top 5. Take it easy.